This is 5.4, and you're signing naturally text on page 245. This is a fairly long-winded explanation of the concept, the grammatical feature of designating locations for non-present people. We've already discussed previously during the semester that American Sign Language is a spatial language. Oftentimes we will set things up in space and refer to them by pointing or using possessive adjectives to describe the person in space or describe the action that's happening. As we just did with the agreement verbs, as in giving to someone, they give to them, or I give to you. We have people set up in our spatial, in our parameter here. So as it's going through 245, 246, and 247, all I can tell you is that we've already discussed a lot of this, and your possessive adjectives, your personal pronouns. We are talking about, like if I were to say, as they're saying here in the middle of the page, I have maybe set up Hannah to my dominant side. I would set up Hannah over here, and I would use a directional possessive adjective and describe her. And what he is saying, what's this, Ben, is saying her. This is sign for duties. That's what the sign that he's making there. Duties, work, remember, duties. Chores, duties. And then he's saying my duties. Going down further, setting up two people in space. First, Ben is designating Sage by using the possessive adjective Sage to his non-dominant side. Sage is over here, his, and then Henry, his over here, and then mine. So we have Sage, Henry, and mine. And as they point out here, usually the person who is doing the talking comes last in the sequence. So Sage, Henry, mine. That's basically it, and I just wanted to go over the vocabulary with you for this subunit. Signs that you would need to know. Dust the shelf, clean the shelf, as we've talked about before. Shelf like that, or shelf like that, shelf, and then dust, or coming down like that. I think squiggly line is what they're doing. To clean the floor or vacuum the floor, using classifiers here. Again, floor, hard to tell from this picture, but this is the sign for floor, and we would come down lower here as we're talking about the floor, so not as opposed to up here. Floor. Ceiling is like this with your palms up, ceiling, floor. So floor, and then vacuuming, as if you're holding a vacuum cleaner. If you hold a vacuum cleaner with one hand, you might do this, and I've also seen this for vacuum. Your hand like this, coming into it, your modified 5 coming into your O or your and hand, so vacuuming, or even like that. Sweeping, same idea. You're talking about the floor and sweeping as kind of like cook with your hand inverted, but you're going back and forth as if the straws of the broom are going over your hand. You can do that, but I haven't really seen it like that. It's usually with your your pinky finger touching the palm of your hand like that. Going on further. It's very hard to tell from this picture what he's doing, but he's actually taking care of the children. So, children, take care of. Children, take care of, or take care of. What he's doing is hitting like this. I would also This is going to also be the sign for be careful. Be careful. So children, take care of. Looks like here we're doing clean the dishes, wash the dishes. So we're going to do the sign like place, smaller, probably smaller to indicate a plate, and then wash as in a circular sign. Could be clean, you could use that, but we're making a circular sign in the palm of our hand. So plate, clean, circular sign for wash. Clothes, wash the clothes. And remember, topic, comment, clothes, wash. Just think of a tumbler or the cylinder inside of a washing machine, the agitator. So your hands are going counter to each other. So my dominant hand and non-dominant hand would be going in opposite directions. So that's close. Remember your thumbs touching your chest, coming down like that, and wash. Close, dry, dry. Your X hand on your chin. So close, dry. What he's doing here is cleaning up outside. So his sign for outside, which I don't necessarily agree with, it's like that. I would use that for outside. Outside, but just for the sake of the videos you're going to be watching, outside clean. Trash, take out the trash. Remember, this is a sign for trash. Comes from the sign for basket, waste basket. Your index finger first at your wrist, coming down towards your elbow, and just making a loop as if you're holding a basket or some loop, and then take out the trash. So trash, take out. Your modified 5 hands, classifiers. So trash, take out. Remember also, this is another sign for trash, is your palm of your hand, the meat coming on your forehead as trash, take out. That's not in the book, but that's a sign I've used. I'm from the East Coast. That's a sign they use there. Feed the cat. So cat. Hard to tell from this picture, but the sign is feed. So first you're doing cat, and then you're starting up here with your dominant hand up towards at your mouth, and then feed. Feeds. Food, or to eat, the verb, feed. So cat, feed. The next sign down on the page of 291, is bills. Pay bills, okay. Sometimes you'll see a sign for bill, which is this. Your and or your O hand coming underneath your non-dominant passive left palm. So bill, as if to give someone a bill, but here they're spelling bills. So B-I-L-S, pay. And if you're paying more than one, pay. So bills, pay. Interesting. Water the plants. Okay. Here we have, this is a sign for grow or spring, and this is the sign for plant. Your P coming over your non-dominant hand, like that. So grow, or this is a sign used for plants, or like that. And as he's showing, comes up more than once. So plants, water, and then, well, he's actually got it like this, but you could have your hand up like that. Imagine this being a pot, as in a potted plant, and then you would take your modified A hand, and as if you are taking a watering can and you're watering the plants. Imagine this being the spout. So watering plants. Another idea, that. We'll get into this later if you take ASL 2, 3, or 4. Watering plants is in watering the garden. You might talk about your plants out there, and then you're watering with a hose. So then we have the classifiers, and we'll talk a lot more about classifiers later, not in this semester, but the subsequent semesters. Excuse me, I keep saying Make coffee. Well, this is cute. Make coffee. So kind of confusing. So we have you've got your S hands, and you're circling the non-dominant hand stays still, steady. Your dominant hand is touching and circling your non-dominant hand like that. And then you have coffee. Excuse me, I've got it backwards. This is make. Wow. Make coffee. I thought that didn't sound right. So make. So first we're going to make, palms facing in like that, and then there's facing to the side. So make, and then we've got the grinding of the coffee. So make coffee. Sorry for that confusion. Putting away your clothes, I'm guessing what that's supposed to be next. Okay, folding your clothes and putting them away. All right, clothes, as we already know, that's clothes. Folding them up like that, and then putting them away. Assume there's a closet there, hopefully. So if you're not sure the person understands what you're talking about, you can always introduce the sign for closet, and I'll show you that right now. Sign for closet is your H hands like that. Closet. Closet, also the sign for locker. So close, fold up, put away, or close, fold up, closet, put away. Okay. Take the dog for a walk. As in, you're going to take the dog for a walk. You take dog for a walk. Good luck if they're like my dogs. Fix. Wow. Okay. There's a couple of signs I'll show you. I don't know what they're doing here, but the first one he's doing is he's actually fingerspelling fix, and that is also a fingerspell loan sign because it's usually done so fast. So F-I-X. Couple of other signs for fix. Fix, like that, or fix, like that. Fix, that's number, but fix or fix. So fix, or fix. What he's doing there in the second sign. Oh, he's actually using both hands to fingerspell fix. But this is a sign you will see often for fix. The and hands rubbing together like that, or the F hands rubbing together like that. Normally, the and hands is what I've seen the most. Check the house. So the sign for check, but you know house, and then coming down from your eye, check. Check. Enjoy. Okay, coming down to the bottom of 292, what they're actually showing there is task, but it's actually duty. That's what the sign comes from, because of the letter D is initialized for duty. But as I've told you before, I prefer this sign for chores, tasks, even this sign for tasks. But chores, normally used for like household chores or like a daily routine of chores that you have to do, is like this. Your do-do in circles like that in front of you. Opinions about chores. Enjoy is both of your hands palm facing in, dominant over top of passive, and going like that. And detest, we talked about this before. Remember, detest, or I don't like it, detest. Remember, you're coming out with your 5 hand, detest. I think that's it. So next we'll go on to 5-5.